That's my heart. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
MC, make another hit.
Whoa. This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Jets. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
And the slot man goes in motion left. First play, and Young is going to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You talk about this Jets defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Throwing, Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Yellow, 43.
Young working out of the gun. That is caught. Touchdown! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Jets, nothing. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. throwing Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Second and 10.
Captain. Oh, my son. Ready.
Here's Nix. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Ain't nobody that I really recognize. I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs, gripping on it like I'm picking the prize. I hit the crib with it collide, but really ain't.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nix to the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Bombers.
To throw, here's Nix. To the left side, looked in by Horton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 44-yard
So
line.
from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Nix once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The Jets at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they return home after playing in London last week, but a happy trip back across the pond as they come home a winner.
And you're exactly right about that because, look, if you lose over there, that fight is really long. But not half as bad as when you come home with a victory. Excited about what lies ahead.
You look at this Carolina defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw is Nix. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Bombers. Oh, my son. Away, ready.
Now it's Nix. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Nix to throw again. That is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Torrey Horton, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
And I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second at 11.
At the 46-yard line.
6, Madden, set, ready. 10 black, red, yellow. Check,
Here's Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal. Carolina.
ready.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He finds his man, complete. It's Horton.
Complete to Torrey Horton.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Nix looking to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Working out of the gun is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Horton. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Horton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. A jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks to the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I move on.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he's got it. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now here's Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Yeah, nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Right, 95, 6, Mega, guard rank,
Young will set to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's complete to Chuba Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Almost set. Bombers, bombers.
Back to throw. Nix. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Away, away, away. Away, away, away. Almost set. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brings up a second.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Nix from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. That is caught by Mitchell for a Jets touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go. So there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Yellow, 22. Watch it. Watch out. Huh?
Now Young. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
To throw, Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
Wait.
Back to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts,
It's a gain of
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Snap, red. Come on, set. Six, mega. Red, cycle. Cut, cut.
They'll throw again. Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
33. Yep, drill green. Ready, ready.
Young. That is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's second and 10.
Here we go. Black Ultra. Red, 38. Green Jack. Blue Striker. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
43. Black shot. Steel, black, fuse, yellow. Blaster, 6. Cut.
Young to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
Jets 20. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Nix. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Throwing Nix. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They got 29 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready, set.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Right. Here we go. 10, red, cycle. Drill, cut.
Looking to throw, Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's complete. It's Okuegbunam. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Panthers first down.
Let's go.
And goal.
In motion, Hill. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Hubbard. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Down.
Hubbard again. And this time he works his way in. Touchdown, Panthers. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Nix. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw. Here's Nix. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Nix to the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Now he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
First down. First and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Nix. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at the 13-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. Now he gets free up the left sideline. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina! Chuba Hubbard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Jets take over first and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll go play action with Nix. And he will find his man on the outside. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion.
No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And the Jets, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to the air with Nix. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. He's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Leads to second.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. On the draw, it's Hall. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
He was brought down.
This likely a must-have. Third and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
Looking to throw. Nix. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing after the interception. Nix. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
For a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take it down. Nick Scorton. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Operating from the gun. Nix. They'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The offense on third down, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is third and 10. Back to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix. That's over the middle. Taken in by Horton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Fowler dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll give the Hall. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
We don't know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Captain.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come after this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you're not going to let them just run this clock out because this one was over a long time ago.
So now, just like that, things changed dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Nix. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this way to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gonzalez able to tackle the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Jets, 27.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 125 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep